ain't been the same. Things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that can do what I does. Wait, need a light year just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Darnold on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
At the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 23-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54.
Going for it all. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done for deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Snyder Lockett on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And this is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench into what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
That's complete to Mooney. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run with Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
3rd down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Akers. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Ball carrier. 10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run this with Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Cam Akers with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Darnold from the gun, throwing deep for Galladay, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. This is Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 28-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. First chance for the backup here to throw. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right there, 54.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ground, it's Akers. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Cody Barton on the
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Cincinnati
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
34-yard.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2nd and 6. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
The pass.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. He throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Back to throw again. Completes it to Samuel. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Cam Akers. Out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Akers. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was brought down at his...
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Akers. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Bengals 20, Browns 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we going for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing deep for Galladay. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the night. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. how's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
2nd and 9.
They'll go again here with Akers. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Check, check. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 12-yard line.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Bengals 34, Browns 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack at 2nd and 20. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going right back to Akers. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by...
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
12.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looking deep for Adams. And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 64 yards on the ground.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they will take a knee here. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half out of blast. Can I kick it? Sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?